wonder what they're going to announce this time. I wonder if all this Mario Kart stuff is true. I don't think it's true, personally. Like, I hope it's true, because I haven't been hyped for Mario Kart since I was a very young child. But yeah, I do hope it's true. I just don't think it's true. It would be really cool, though. The best part is that this isn't even the first time this has happened. Right before a certain Direct last year, I was playing Splatoon 2 with my friend for the first time in months, and he suggested that Splatoon 3 might happen during the Direct. I was like, nah, that's not going to happen, they'll wait to the next console, and it was literally announced later that day. The fact that it's technically happened twice now I find is kind of funny. Of course, this sounds a little less extreme than last time, considering this was just talking about Mario Kart rumours, which most of them were leading to a Mario Kart 9 and not 8 DLC. But still, it happened twice. I'm not going to complain. So, I just wanted to talk about that Direct, because I'm very excited about that, and I just wanted to talk about it. The problem being, the Direct was a week ago, and I'm late. There were technical difficulties that prevented me from, like, recording this when I wanted to, but I still wanted to, just because I feel like there's enough in that Direct that I want to gush about, because that Direct was amazing. So, hopefully you'll stay for my rambling, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be talking about almost everything that I have something to say about in the order it was announced. So I'm going to start off with the Fire Emblem Warriors game, which honestly I don't have that much to say about, considering I've never played a Fire Emblem game and will not play this one. I might try playing Three Houses eventually, but even then this news definitely isn't relevant to me at the moment. Still pretty cool though. Next up I'm going to talk about the Mario Strikers game, which honestly is pretty cool. I've never played a Strikers game in my life. I've heard good things about them. Honestly, I probably won't pick it up, but I might do, and it's definitely cool that it got added, and I know a lot of people were definitely excited. Next up was Splatoon 3 Salmon Run, which looks frickin' sick. I'm excited for Splatoon 3 a lot, so I was expecting Splatoon 3 news this Direct. I just kind of expected a little bit more, because I feel like with E3 they're going to have Breath of the Wild 2 as the main thing, so I thought this Direct was going to have a lot more Splatoon 3 news. But we just got Salmon Run confirmation, nothing too new, so but I'm still super excited. I was one of the gang that thought Salmon Run wasn't going to return, to be honest, and I loved it in Splatoon 2, so I'm very happy that it's back. Sure, I don't know how they're going to fit it into the lore and all that, but I gameplay over lore anyway, so I honestly don't care, as long as they still have new stuff. I don't want this to be just Splatoon 2 again. I feel like they're going to show a bunch of new stuff when a Splatoon 3 Direct probably will come out. But yeah, I'm excited, I'm happy with this trailer, I just wish for a little bit more, but you know what, I'm fine, I'm honestly really fine with this. Mostly this was just excited due to the fact that I love Salmon Run and didn't think it would come back. As long as it doesn't like take away from the game, which I doubt it will, I'm really happy with this. I'm not planning on getting Chrono Cross, but I am bringing it up just because I actually knew what this game was, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see it coming to the Switch if I ever wanted to play it, but as of now, I have no interest in it so far. I'm only going to touch on the new Kirby game because I'm not a Kirby fan. I've never played one of the games and I probably won't touch this one. But this game definitely looks good for people if you look into Kirby stuff. If I was a Kirby fan, I'd be losing my mind right now, not going to lie. Also, thought I'd mention this. Those are me Sword Fighter chakrams. I would recognise that colour scheme anywhere. Portal's definitely cool. I might actually try these games now. They've been at the back of my mind of something to try, but I've never actually played them. So it might be cool to try sometime.
Next up is this. It's a new iteration of the Wii Sports series. Nintendo Switch Sports.
You have no idea how excited I was about this. I love the Wii series so flipping much. I have a huge nostalgic attachment to almost all of them, and I still play them to this day. As you saw in the beginning, I was literally speedrunning Wii Fit while waiting for this Direct to start. I think I went a little bit mad when this was shown off. But yeah, let me talk about everything good about this trailer, because I need to gush. I need to gush so hard. But yeah, first we need to get Captain Obvious out of the way. These guys. Now, honestly, I don't have a problem with these. Like, I did have a small problem with them at first, considering that I thought they were going to replace the Miis. But as we saw later, the Miis are still playable, and I'm honestly fine with it now. And Across the past week, the designs have 100% grown on me over time. So honestly, I'm fine with them being there. And honestly, the lack of Woohoo Island is honestly fine. Woohoo Island was a new location that they created. I don't see a problem with them creating a new location for a new game. And this is coming from one of the biggest Wii Sports Resort fans you can find. So, let's talk about the sports then. First up is tennis, which is alright. I would have preferred table tennis like in Wii Sports Resort, but I mean, I guess it's alright. They can't not have bowling. Bowling's a classic, and I'm definitely happy that it's in. Bowling's 100% an extremely fun mode. Next up is Chambara, which I didn't notice this when I was watching the direct live because I was too busy freaking out, but this is basically swordplay, which I'm 100% happy with. It was a good mode. They appeared to change the controls a little bit, which at first I wasn't a fan of, but the more I think about it, it probably won't make a difference if you're playing the game right, but will narrow down on the people that's just going to be waggling a controller and hoping it works. But yeah, good sport, great to return. Next up, football, which is definitely an interesting choice. It's definitely not something I was expecting, and I have no idea how it's going to work just from the trailers. I'm looking forward to seeing like how it works out when the game comes out and all that. But yeah, interesting choice, but I'm not complaining. Next up, badminton, and this was something I was completely happy about. Badminton's an extremely fun sport in real life. Looking forward to seeing it come to this game. I just really hope it works well, but judging from what it looks like, I think it will. Out of the 3 new ones, this is definitely the one I'm most excited for. And finally, volleyball, which is another odd choice, I think, considering there's already 2 net games. I don't know much about volleyball, so I can't really comment on what's going on. Don't know if I'm going to enjoy it or not, but I'm going to stay positive. After all, it's not like there's any negatives to having volleyball. Seems like a cool sport. And golf is going to be added in an update, which I'm happy with. I play golf in real life. I've never been like huge on Wii Sports golf. It's not a sport I really play very often. But it's still cool to get it added in. And the fact that they're getting it added in an update definitely makes me happy for more sports to be added in updates later on. If I had to pick some sports that I would wish for an update, it would probably be table tennis if it's not too similar to one of the ones already there, as well as boxing, basketball, and frisbee. So yeah, all in all, I am so flipping excited for this game to come out, and they're doing an online playtest too, which I have signed up for at the time of recording this video. It was this morning, and yeah, basically, I'm just really excited, and really happy. Anyway, back to the rest of the Direct. Triangle Strategy is a game that I was definitely looking forward to when it announced. They released a demo and I never tried it because I forgot and never got around to it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get this game when it comes out, and it is exciting me. It just don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get round to it. I'm a huge fan of Octopath Traveler and I love the art style, so it's definitely a game that's definitely piquing my interest, and I need to play more tactical RPGs. I have not really touched the genre very much. The Earthbound games are definitely something that I know is exciting. I haven't really explicitly planned to play these games, but I may as well try them at some point. I've heard good things, especially coming from one specific person who, you know who you are if you're watching this. But yeah, definitely very cool news. Might try these games out sometime. And then they just hit us with Mario Kart 8 DLC, which is flipping amazing. Look, this is way better than a new game, okay? Half the price for double the size of a game. At the end of this, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is gonna have like almost 100 tracks, and I'd much prefer that than just a brand new game with another like 36 or 48 or so. This is so flipping amazing, and I am so excited for this. Plus, this is just going to turn into the next Smash DLC, trying to like predict what stages are coming back. I'm very much hoping for the Woohoo Island ones. And yeah, some people are like, oh, they're porting the tracks from Tour, they're going to look terrible and all that. Which, yeah, it would probably look better if they like remade them entirely, but graphics don't really matter that much to me because they don't look terrible. Like, I still think they look decent enough, and you're probably not going to notice them when you're actually racing. As long as the tracks are really fun to play, I am 100% happy with it, and I cannot wait for this DLC to drop. This and Switch Sports are tied for the most exciting thing in the Direct for me. Nothing really else for me to say except that I'm incredibly excited, and I'm really happy about this. Also, I thought I'd just go over all of the 8 tracks announced and see what I think about them. I haven't played Tour, but I have looked up these tracks' layout, and I'm going to say my judgment on what I have seen. And no, I'm not going to be playing Tour to test this. Paris Promenade looks kinda decent. I mean, I guess it looks just really simple. Aesthetically, it looks brilliant, but other than that, not too excited for this one. And Toad Circuit just feels like an odd choice. There's literally nothing interesting about that track whatsoever. It's just a circuit track, and this game doesn't need more of them. Choco Mountain, meanwhile, is definitely a good track, even though I hated it, to be honest, on DS. But still, I think it's a good thing that it's returning. And Coconut Mall is the one I'm 100% the most excited about. Like, I loved that track in Wii so much. One of my favourite tracks in the series, probably second behind Super Bell Subway. But yeah, super excited about that one. Tokyo Blur looks pretty good. Like, nothing spectacular, but it definitely does look like a good track. I've always taken Shroom Ridge as a worse Mushroom Bridge from my DS days. And I would have preferred Mushroom Bridge, but Shroom Ridge is definitely still a cool one to pick. Sky Garden is an incredibly simple track, but I'm happy that it's returning. I really did like it in DS, despite its simplicity. So yeah, good pick, I think. And I'm looking forward to hear the remix of the music, because it has been literally years since I have heard that theme, and I can still think of it super easily. And Ninja Hideaway looks flipping amazing. That's all I can really say about that one. But yeah, 6 out of 8 of the tracks I'm looking forward to. And saying 6 out of 8 took 4 takes for some reason. I said 6 out of 5 at one point. But yeah, really looking forward to this DLC, and I cannot wait. And finally, Xenoblade 3, which is definitely something I will probably end up playing at some point. I have been planning to play Xenoblade 1 and 2 for quite a long time at this point. I just haven't gotten round to it yet. Once I get round to it, I'm almost certainly going to play 3, so while the news is definitely relevant to me, it wasn't like that hype inducer at the end of the Direct like some of the others were. But yeah, definitely good news, and I'm going to be looking forward to playing this once I finish 1 and 2. So in doing so that, I'm going to avoid all spoilers for this game. After all, it's something I'm going to be playing eventually, right? But yeah, that's all I have to say about this Direct, really. I'm very happy about the stuff that was shown off. One of the best Directs in ages, I feel like. And yeah, super excited for the Mario Kart DLC and Switch Sports especially. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for listening to me ramble on about a Direct that happened probably over a week ago by the time, if I don't get to upload this tonight because it's quite late. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, I truly appreciate it, bye.